Dog entertains MK Badminton. The match night format, an NBL fixture, sees two teams go head-to-head in 5 events, each played out to a best of 5 games. Each set is a best of 5 and the first of 9 points, so it's all out attack this evening. If sets are tied to a piece, then we go to a tie-break set, and it's the first of 5 all to win by a 3-point margin. Then we have the power play, worth double points to the serving team. This can make the difference between winning and losing, with the shuttle only allowed to be played once in each set. Teams are allowed just a 45-second timeout in each match, so you're about to witness the fastest live sport going. Enjoy your evening, folks. Okay, welcome to match night. And Badminton is cracking derby and it's bigger, better, and once again more orange than ever. Tonight's order of play is as follows. Match 1 is the men's singles. We have
Team Derby captain and UK #1.
And winner of this weekend's England National Championships, BWF, and he'll be taking on MK Badminton's Scott Sankey. Match 2 is the mixed doubles.
Good evening and welcome to the University of Derby Sports Centre. It is match night 5 of the AJ Bell National Badminton League, and the fixture we've got live for you on this stream tonight is Team Derby versus MK Badminton. Now, this terrific new arena hosted the nation's best players at the weekend in the English National Championships, and now it welcomes AJ Bell NBL action. MK Badminton come here having lost 5 fixtures in a row, but defending champions Team Derby lost their perfect home record on match night 4 in a 3-2 loss to Birmingham Lions. Alongside myself, Rob Hayes, this evening is head of coaching at Badminton England, Neil Cottrell. Neil, good evening to you. I guess the main talking point tonight is the injury crisis, shall we call it, at MK Badminton.
Absolutely, Rob. You know, Milton Keynes have come, you know, on Friday they had a really strong male contingent to their team, but with the pressures of the English Nationals over the weekend, and some of the players have really struggled, and you know, some couldn't even compete in the Nationals as well, so it's been a bit disappointing for them today to have to field a weakened team.
Let's just talk you through who's missing then. Sam Parsons would have been the men's singles player. He dropped out on Friday. He was replaced in the running order by youngster Harry Arksey, who also dropped out recently as well. So Scott Sankey's had to come in as almost a third choice men's singles player there. And about midday today, they lost Peter Mills from the men's doubles. And we can bring you the news, actually, that the men's doubles will be a walkover in favour of Team Derby, because MK Badminton simply haven't got enough players in their squad to field another player alongside Sean Vendy in the men's doubles. So they've already lost one event tonight.
Absolutely, it's a real shame, because that was going to be the focal point and the centrepiece of the match tonight. That you know, on paper that was going to be a really close and really exciting men's doubles. So it's you know, real shame for the game as a spectacle. But you know, the fact that Anders Christensen is going to play the men's doubles as well will mean that the last game of the night will still be an absolute cracker.
It will still be very entertaining, even if it doesn't count towards the overall score tonight. Let's take you through the order of play then. First up on court, the men's singles. Recently crowned English national champion Rajiv Usef of Team Derby against Scott Sankey of MK Badminton. Then it's the mixed doubles, Ben Stowski and Amanda Hogstrom of Team Derby against Marie Rupke and Anders Christiansen of MK Badminton. Third on is the women's doubles, Kate Robertshaw and Gail Ems against Sophie Sankey and Caroline Westley. Then it's the women's singles, Eleanor O'Donnell against Clara Niestad. And then, as we say, we will round off tonight's fixture with the men's doubles, Andy Ellis and Chris Coles of Team Derby against Sean Vendy and Anders Christiansen of MK Badminton, but that will not count to the overall score. The men's doubles a walkover in favour of Team Derby. Now, as we said, Neil, the English Nationals were here at the weekend, and we've got 3 players for Team Derby who played in the Nationals at the weekend: Raj Youssef, Kate Robertshaw and Chris Coles. Is fatigue much of an issue tonight?
Not really, Rob. That you know, these players are playing and training every day, so that they're used to, you know, having an event at the weekend and going straight back into training, you know, the next day. So, you know, I don't think it will be particularly an issue. I know that these guys were training at the National Centre this morning, so it's just business as usual, really. And it'd be more on, you know, a sort of a psychological thing is, can they get themselves back up to a level where they can compete at a high standard after having played and put everything on the line over the weekend.
Raj Youssef crowned, got his 8th national title at the weekend. He returns after missing the last 2 match nights for Team Derby. He's the captain as well. How much of a boost is that for Team Derby tonight?
Oh, it's really big for Derby to get Raj back. He was away playing in the Indian Premier League the last couple of match nights, and was very successful with his team being successful over there. So, you know, to have him back in the team, you know, after him being, you know, imperious over the weekend, you know, no one got anywhere near him. He's such a class act in the men's singles, you know, really highly ranked in the world in his Olympic qualification spot. So, you know, to have him at the head of your team is an absolute sort of massive bonus for Derby.
The players are now being welcomed into the University of Derby Sports Centre, so we'll leave you with those pictures as the players are announced onto court.
and the reigning under-19 national champion, Sean Bendy. Substitutes tonight are Molly Chapman and Fee Teng-Nu. Okay, let's make some Derby noise. Team Derby about to come out now. He's back to lead the England's undisputed #1, the king himself, Rajiv Lusav. He's a 4-point international region point for Team Derby this evening. It's Big Ben Skorsky. From Sweden, double specialist Amanda Holmström. She's 3-3 this season, out to make it 4 tonight. It's GB Badminton's Kate Robertshaw. Olympic medalist, world #1, world champion. She's England badminton royalty. She is Gayland's MBE. She's the Scottish junior star making her Team Derby debut here this evening. Please welcome Amanda O'Donnell. Expect pride, passion and some crowd-pleasing perform this evening. Give it up for Andy Ellis. He's got one of the biggest smashes in the NBL. Make some noise for Chris Cole. And substitutes for Team Derby, Julia Mann, Tiara Samuel, Josh Long, David Long, and Ollie Magdal.
There we have it then, the two teams have been announced onto court here at the University of Derby Sports Centre, and we are just over 5 minutes away from the first event of the night, the men's singles, Raj Youssef against Scott Sankey. Now Neil, we've talked about the injury problems that MK Badminton have had, particularly in the men's singles, which is where it's arguably hit them hardest. No Sam Parsons tonight, no Harry Arksey, his replacement. Scott Sankey making his AJ Bell NBL debut against the recently crowned English national champion. It doesn't get much harder than that.
No, it doesn't, Rob. It's going to be a really big ask for Scott to be competitive against Raj. As I say, Raj over the weekend was head and shoulders above the best singles players in England. So, you know, Scott, is a good quality doubles and mixed doubles player. He still plays a mean game of singles, but you know, in this level of company, then you've got to think it's going to be extremely difficult for him.
Raj Youssef beat Alex Lane 21-10, 21-9 here at the weekend to claim his 8th national title. Now, the NBL has missed him over the last couple of match nights. Team Derby have definitely missed him, as we saw in their reverse here last time out in match night 4 to Birmingham Lions. But he's in the form of his life, arguably.
He is, and you know, think about this format. It possibly would give Scott a little bit more of a chance than it would if he was playing to 21. You know, the rallies tend to be a bit shorter, the games are a bit shorter. You know, if he can play his power play at the right time, and I really just hope that Raj is suffering a bit of a hangover from the weekend, and his focus is possibly a little bit off now. He's achieved what he wanted to this weekend, and hopefully he can sort of try and get amongst it a little bit.
Let's just talk you through briefly the format of the AJ Bell NBL if you are new to it. Each fixture consists of 5 events. The first event tonight is the men's singles. Rajiv Youssef against Scott Sankey. It's best of 5 games, first to 9 points in each game, and no need to win by 2 clear points, so you can win a game 9-8. If it goes to 2 all in games, we go to the tiebreaker, first to lead by 3 clear points, or first to 5, whichever comes first in that. Now, as Neil alluded to there is the AJ Bell NBL power play point, which is a pink tip shuttle, which is on podium either side of the main umpire. That can only be played once per game, once per event, but it can't be played in the same game as your opponent plays it. It's there it is on your screen there, the pink tip, which caused a bit of controversy in season 1. We won't get into that again, but worth 2 points, and we've seen it utilised in different sort of scenarios over this course of this second season.
Yeah, I think it's taken the teams a little bit of a time to get used to, when it actually is the best time to play it. We've seen it saved till the tie-break in the 5th, or we've seen it, to sort of close their games out much earlier on in the match. So it all depends on, the match situation and, how the coaches and the players feel towards playing it at any time.
The good thing about it is, though, it adds another aspect to this already sort of fast and furious format for the spectators here, and they are still filtering into the University of Derby Sports Centre. A brilliant 3 days of badminton for them, with the Nationals here at the weekend as well, and we're pleased to say that there's a very strong crowd in here tonight as well. Just another feature is the quick 60-second or so knock-up that they get on the main match court here tonight. How many nerves will Scott Sankey be feeling? Obviously, he's played at a decent level and still continues to do so, but this is big.
Yeah, it's really big for him. I mean, he's a good racket player. He's got some decent skills, so he'll be able to put the shuttle on the floor. The question is whether he can stay in the valleys long enough to be able to do it. Raj plays singles at an extremely high level, competing in the World Superseries events. So he's used to playing against guys who've got decent racket skills and can put the shuttle on the floor. So, don't underestimate the size of the challenge for Scott here, but he's got a puncher's chance. So if he can start off well, and if he can handle the nerves and sort of play his game and try and impose himself on Raj, then who knows.
We're very close to the start of this one. Just a reminder, on the other live stream tonight, Loughborough Sport versus Birmingham Lions is available to you, and on Sky Sports Live tonight, University of Nottingham Badminton versus Surrey Smashers. We'll keep you up to date as much as we can on this live stream with the scores from around the AJ Bell NBL tonight, but we are very much focused on Team Derby versus MK Badminton, the men's singles. English #1 Raj Youssef against AJ Bell NBL debutant Scott Sankey. Final throws of the warm-up out the way. It is Scott Sankey closest to you in the luminous yellow shirt. Raj Youssef will serve. First point to the home captain. Scott Sankey will be pleased that he's got a point on the board sooner rather than later.
Yeah, likewise the MK team as well, I think. Just try and give him a little bit of a boost.
Just feel that Scott Sankey's got to stay with Raj Youssef, because game can get away from you very quickly in this format.
Absolutely, and Raj is playing some quite sort of low error rate badminton as well, and just almost forcing, adding that pressure onto Scott Sankey and making Scott possibly go for a little bit too much too soon.
As you say, though, Scott has got plenty of different kinds of shot in his armour. He's got great racket head control as well.
I just feel those sorts of rallies where Raj is bringing him low to the net on one side and then crossing him deep into one of the corners is where Scott's going to struggle. He's got to keep in those points, and when he gets the chance, he's got to take it.
I think it's a case then of Scott trying to kill rallies as early as he can rather than getting pushed and pulled around the court.
Yeah, and sort of using his deception as well. He was unlucky there not to get the sort of rub of the green and the ball bounce, the shuttle bounce over the net. But he's got to try and take the shuttle as early as he can and just try and put a bit of pressure on Raj.
Well, quickly as you like, Raj Youssef, brimming with confidence from his English nationals victory here yesterday, takes the first game 9-2. Fairly ominous for Scott Sankey's AJ Bell NBL debut.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he copped up quite a few errors in that game, but as we said in a lot of these match nights so far, that you know, these errors come about as a result of pressure. You know, and Scott knows that he can't just stick the shuttle up in the air and hope that Raj makes a mistake. He's got to try and force it a little bit, and you know, obviously with forcing it and not playing singles at this sort of level, then that's where the errors come from.
Level play.
Ooh, we waited and we waited for the call, and it was just called long. Smile on Scott Sankey's face, good to see. That's the quality that Raj Youssef has, though. The length of the rally certainly not suiting Scott Sankey.
No, and also the amount of turning and the court coverage that he's having to do is, you know, absolutely there's a way that Raj wants to play and how he plays his best singles anyway, by sort of getting the shuttle in the corners, and you know, when he gets that opportunity to attack, he can put the shuttle on the floor himself.
Sankey closes the gap, still 2 points in it at the moment though. And here we go, nice and early, the AJ Bell power play point picked up by Scott Sankey. Worth double points this would bring him level in this second game. But it didn't last very long. 1 point only for Raj Youssef because he didn't elect to play the AJ Bell power play.
5-2.
Can be a problem sometimes when the lift goes that high and the shuttle's coming straight down. Then it's surprising the number of times that you see those sorts of smashes mistimed or framed. But you got a feeling that Scott's really got to take those chances.
Oh, the line judge on this near side likes making his weight. Calls that one in. Great shot though from Raj Youssef in response.
Yeah, it was a lovely angle that he hit there. He plays that shot really well, and it's deep in the backhand corner, getting around the inside of the shuttle rather, and cutting it down across Sankey there. Great shot.
Rajusev gets the better of the net exchange there, and he takes the second game 9-3. All pretty straightforward so far for the English number one.
Yeah, we've got no reason to think that it's not going to be the same in the next set as well. That you know, Scott was always up against it, and Raj is continuing where he left off here over the weekend.
Just about Scott Sankey, you feel now, just going out there and trying to enjoy it as much as he can. It's not the greatest of scenarios to make your AJ Bell NBL debut in, but he's playing in front of a big crowd against one of the best players on the circuit. It's time to enjoy it, surely.
Absolutely, you put it into context. You know, Raj is the number 17 in the world at the moment. He's playing against a world-class men's singles player. So like we said, it was always going to be tough for him, but you know, he's out there, he's having a go, and he's sticking in for his team.
He's ahead here, 2-1. Decent idea with the pickup there. Is there a worry that Rajusev might just lower his intensity slightly?
Yeah, I think there's always that sort of danger with players like Raj, who's very talented, but you know, he does have the propensity sometimes just to lose his concentration a little bit and sort of have runs of points against him, but I think he's got plenty in the locker here tonight.
Straight back down from Rajusev. Opens up a 2-point gap for the first time in this third game. Been a few times where Scott Sankey has tried a sort of dexterous shot, if you like. It's just not quite come off for him.
Yeah, he's more than capable of making those, you know, and he's really got to go for those in the early stages of the rallies. And you know, he's just been a bit unlucky, but as we've said before, you know, when you play under that level of pressure, there is no margin for error, and unfortunately there has been a few too many of it.
Rajusev wants to finish off in style here. He picks up the pink-tipped AJ Bell power play shuttle. This is match point for the English national champion. But Scott Sankey says, no, you are not having it all your own way. Great to see him still smiling, and great for him to win that point as well. Not letting Rajusev have everything. Wide it goes though from Scott Sankey, so it is another match point for Rajusev at 8-3. Yeah, sails over Scott Sankey's head, so Rajusev takes the third game 9-3. He takes the first event by 3 games to love. That was probably as imperious as we expected it to be.
Yeah, I think business as usual for Raj there. You know, whenever he's played in this format, he's looked very comfortable. He's obviously full of confidence at the moment, and hopefully we're taking that on into the European Team Championships in a short while.
So that puts Team Derby 2-0 up here on the night. I know we've only had one contest so far, but the men's doubles, if you are just joining us, the men's doubles that it's scheduled 5th and last on the order of play tonight is a walkover in favour of Team Derby, because MK Badminton, with a bit of an injury crisis there, lost 4 players to injury before tonight, so they've had to forfeit the men's doubles. They will still play it. Anders Christiansen will go again after playing in the mixed doubles. So he'll play in the men's doubles 5th and last on court this evening, but the result of that does not matter. It has already a walkover victory to Team Derby. So Team Derby now 2-0 up tonight. And next on court, it is the mixed doubles. Ben Stelsky and Amanda Hogstrom of the home side against Marie Rupke and Anders Christiansen from MK Badminton. It's only the second time that the visiting pair, Christiansen and Rupke, have played together, but they won the first one on match night 1 against Surrey Smashers, Neil, so they'll be confident, and they'll know a little bit about each other.
Yeah, they were both sort of Danish compatriots. I mean, certainly Anders Christensen in the last few years has been a world-class mixed doubles player. You know, we demonstrated that in the last game with for MK, playing with Sophie Sankey, and was outstanding in that game. So I'm expecting a good performance from him again today. And like you say, with sort of reunited with Marie as well, then they've clearly played well in the first time out in the NBL. So it'll be a sort of strong pair. The Derby pair, so lost on their first time out, so again they'll be looking to redress that, and you know they're going to be strong, they're going to be competitive in this game, so we'll see what happens.
Certainly going to be a fascinating battle, and if you look down the order of play, it's perhaps one of the closer ones that we're looking at tonight. Team Derby, remember, if they win this one, they will win the fixture overall. But also a reminder that each and every single event in a fixture counts towards points in the league table. These two sides are by no means guaranteed a place in the playoffs in May at the moment. Team Derby in 4th place. MK Badminton rooted to the bottom of the table at the moment. The top 4 go into the semi-finals and the final, all played on the same day on May the 8th. Let me give you a bit of information. nationalbadmintonleague.co.uk is the website to get all your information and tickets for that. But each and every single event does count, and that adds to the drama of the AJ Bell NBL. Yeah,
I think we saw last year that Loughborough made a really slow start, but then came strong towards the end of the season. So, you know, there's by no means any of these teams are out of the running at the moment. A couple of strong performances like tonight, and then with the match night 6 as well, then they can force themselves into the top 4.
They can indeed. There is still plenty more badminton to be played in the AJ Bell NBL this season. So this is the mixed doubles. Ben Stelsky and Amanda Hogstrom of Team Derby against Anders Christiansen and Marie Rupke of MK Badminton. Ben Stelsky looks absolutely stunned about that.
Well, I think the line judge actually called it out, but signalled that it was in, so I'm not too sure what the actual result of that is. Oh, it was in.
Got his hand signals and his voice signals mixed up there. We'll forgive him. It's the first point. At least we got to the right outcome. It was a positive start by Stelsky. He wanted to go in and finish off the rally very early.
That was a nice angle there from Stelsky. Looked like he was going to smash straight down the line at Christensen, but then just pulled the shuttle across in front of Rupke for a clean winner.
Well, you said the first one was a nice angle. What about that?
Well, the MK pair had complete control of that rally then, when an outrageous winner from Stelsky there. A great shot, saw the space, knocked it into it. Game on.
This is some start from Stelsky. Quite get his angles right with that one.
Yeah, I think the NBL's been interesting for people like Ben Stelsky, who's formerly part of the setup of Milton Keynes and was training full time. moved out of the programme and is now sort of back out, sort of doing his own training and you know, back where he's from. And so this sort of level of competitive opportunity for him is sort of bringing him back in, and he's obviously still playing at a good level.
Anders Christiansen and Marie Rupke making sure that they stay nice and competitive in this first game. Close the gap to just a point now. Level at 4-4. Now, Marie Rupke didn't have a huge amount of joy in the women's doubles with Clara Nystad. There's been a bit of a shuffle around in the MK Badminton lineup this time, and hoping that the victory in their first game together, Christiansen and Rupke, can prove fruitful again here.
That was good from Christensen there. That's where he was really strong in the last game of mixed that we saw from the MK badminton. That anything that's in the mid-court, he just moves onto it so quickly, and he can hit with so much pace off a short swing that that was a real problem for Team Derby then.
It's Christiansen's turn to look a little bit bemused by the call. Is he bemused by the call or his own shot?
No, by the call, I think he quite liked it after he hit it, because it would have been a great shot, but must have just missed the line.
Hogstrom just took a bit too much of the pace off that one.
Yeah, it was a nice idea. Saw the space in front of Rupke and sort of played the aggressive defensive shot, but like I say, just didn't quite get the right trajectory on it.
Stelsky is chopping across that shuttle in a way that must be really difficult to defend against.
Yeah, well, when you're on the receiving end of those, the racket's still coming through really quickly, but because you're slicing on the outside of the shuttle, then the pace goes off the shot. So you think it's coming fast, but it goes a little bit slow, which makes it much more difficult to time.
This is fascinating to watch. This is a great contest so far. No closer really to knowing who's going to win this opening game.
Good control from Rupke at the net there. It was only a half opportunity there, but was in so quickly and just controlled the shuttle down. So that's a really good shot and gives them game point.
And they convert it at the first time of asking. A good run of points at the end of the first game means that Anders Christiansen and Marie Rupke take it 9-6.
Yeah, I think Derby will be a little bit disappointed they didn't take that. If you think about the best rallies in the game were definitely won by the Team Derby pair, but like you say, the run of points at the end and a couple of errors from Derby, a couple of good shots from MK in the first set to MK.
And that is just how quickly the AJ Bell NBL can punish you.
15 seconds.
Run of 3 or 4 points, all of a sudden it's game to MK Badminton. So 9-6 they took the first game. But it was
second game,
perhaps closer than the game score would suggest.
Play.
That's really good sort of racket skills from Christensen there. The amount of follow through on that shots that he was playing there when he's peppering Hogstrom. Really good technique.
Service over, 1-all.
Marie Rupka couldn't readjust herself to get herself around that.
2-1.
Yeah, that was good there. A lot of straight stuff from Ben Stowski then, but just saw an opportunity across to the side of Rupka and found a really good angle again. He's certainly looking for those angles so far in this match.
Well, Rupka did really well twice there to recover her own mistake from the short clear, but
3-1.
not third time lucky.
But again, you know, Stowski's just looking to play an angle across Rupka and trying to not hit the shuttle straight at her and just try and make her move a little bit. So it just makes that shot a little bit more difficult and again, just forced the error there.
Four, 1. Service over, 2-4.
Wow, well played, Hugstrup. Did really well to get to the first one and put the second one back as well. Forced a mistake from Christiansen.
Service over,
Absolutely, it's always
5-2.
difficult for ladies in mixed doubles because they're quite often the target for anything hard and fast. And you know, Christensen's hitting the shuttle really hard and fast, but a really good reaction shot there for Hugstrup.
Out. Service over, 3-5.
Another one of those brilliant angles that Stowski finds.
Service over.
Yeah, it made it even more difficult with the fact that Rupka was standing there right at the net waiting for anything loose. So to find the winner from there is a really, really good shot.
Oh, another look from Christiansen at a different line judge this time. But the decision once again goes against him. He absolutely can't believe it. He's asking for challenge. We haven't quite got those facilities in the AJ Bell NBL yet. He looks absolutely bemused by that.
Well, he was stood there on the line watching the shuttle land, so I think he was quite certain that that one was just wide.
Well done.
This game running away from the MK pair pretty quickly.
3.
Game point to Team Derby to level up.
Game.
And they do so just like that. 9-3, pretty emphatic scoreline. Some good shots from Stowski and a couple of questionable calls from Christiansen's point of view as well.
Yeah, I think on balance, you know, the two sets that we've seen so far, then it's been pretty even. You know, the best stuff's come from Team Derby and the more solid stuff's come from MK. So there's be a real battle to see who comes out in the rest of this game, whether it's going to be the quality of Stowski or the pace in the mid-court of Christensen.
Back with this one very shortly, but just to bring you up to date from the other game that's being streamed live tonight, Birmingham Lions away at Loughborough Sport. Birmingham Lions have gone 1-0 up. Gary Fox and Coen Ridder have won the men's doubles. So Birmingham Lions leading 1-0 away at Loughborough Sport.
Third game.
Here it's 1-1 in the mixed doubles.
Play.
Contrasting opening two games.
Service over, 1-0. Out.
Well, the call is out. Well, the umpire's
Service
called
over,
out.
1-0.
And that was definitely in. We're sat right on that line there, and it was well inside the line. So correct call in the end.
And another return winner for Stowski as well. Well, you can just hear the oohs and ahs as Stowski attempts something quite elaborate, but then he makes a mistake there into the net.
Yeah, he's playing the more difficult shots, and then it was the more simple one that actually came up with the error there. But he's still looking for those angles.
Yet another return winner.
On an angle across Rupka as well. So he's, I think the Team Derby side and the coaches have obviously figured that one out, and it's certainly a tactic that they're using to good advantage.
Oh, Amanda Hogstrom was just shouting, you, go on, Stowski, you get that one as well.
Yeah, the MK pair played a very big court there. Then they had Stowski going from side to side, and it's always difficult in mixed whether the lady comes out and covers the stuff at the back of the court. But yeah, it's certainly an advantage if the male player can keep control of that rear court area. So it was well worth her sort of maintaining a position at that and hoping that Stowski could actually get back control.
He got most of them back.
Service over 4-3. Service over.
Anders Christiansen, so showing that he's got a return winner in his locker as well.
Yeah, it's difficult when the flick serve comes into the male player. Then ideally, anything that goes smashed cross court, the female player should try and get those, because the more powerful, quick, straight smash is where the male player would be looking to pick that up. So it becomes difficult if the male player's got to cover the whole of the court when the opposing male player is smashing.
Christiansen doesn't like being outdone on court, does he? A couple of good returns there, 6-4 now. Timeout called by Team Derby. 45 seconds or so for the coaches to have a quick chat with their pairs. Stowski just looking a little bit wound up at the moment, Neil. Is there anything that Julian Mann can say to him just to calm him down and bring him back round?
Yeah, I think he'd just like refocus them again. I know Julia Mann, the head coach, was trying to say something to Amanda Hogstrom there about, I think, possibly moving stuff away from the net and trying to get Rupka away from the net, and that then creates a bit of space for Ben Stowski to try and hit into. A couple of points there where the good low serves and the returns were a little bit loose when they were played around the net, so possibly we might see some stuff that's pushed a little bit deeper.
Yeah, Julia Mann just indicated to Amanda Hogstrom there to get a few more clears in. They trail 4-7. Let's see what effect the timeouts had. Stowski let that one drop, but it's called in, so it's game point to Anders Christiansen and Marie Rupka as they look to go back in front in this mixed doubles contest. And Stowski can't finish it. Game MK Badminton 9-4. They're back in front, 2-1 ahead.
Yeah, they had good control of that point there, and just that real sort of snatch at that drive sort of smash kill from Ben Stowski there was a little bit unfortunate, but again, on balance, the MK pair probably played the best stuff in that game and certainly got a little bit more control over the net. After the timeout, then you could definitely see that the returns of serve from Team Derby were definitely pushed away from the net. So I think that was definitely a tactic that they were trying to employ there, but MK were ready for it and were just able to sort of keep control of the rallies. Something that they'll be looking to employ a bit more in this game now. They've got a bit more time to try and build a pattern of play, maybe. But it is 2-1 to the visiting pair at the moment. Well, Marie Rupker, on her way to retrieve the shuttle, has picked up the AJ Bell power play from the podium next to the umpire. So getting this one in nice and early, MK Badminton. Perhaps more to stop Amanda Hogstrom and Ben Stowski using it themselves. Remember, it can't be used twice in one game. Worth 2 points this to MK Badminton if they win the point. And they both went for it. And they clashed rackets, and the shuttle went into the net. So Hogstrom and Stowski get the point and prevent MK Badminton from racing into a 3-love lead. How they'd have wished for a point like that instead. Yeah, that was good. Good positive play from Rupker there. Really powerful return of serve, and there wasn't really much that Ben Stowski could do, and just feed it up for the kill.
Yeah. 3-1.
Second time in 2 or 3 points that they've clashed rackets there. A bit of miscommunication there.
Yeah, in doubles events, there's quite often a tactic to go somewhere down the middle because it does create a little bit of confusion, and it also just cuts out the angle that Christensen can hit as well. So, you know, good tactic from Stowski there. He went for it one more time there, but just didn't quite make it. But you can see what he was trying to do.
Service over. 4-2. 5-2.
Momentum firmly with Christensen and Rupker at the moment. 5-2. They lead by 2 games to 1. It's a nice idea that from Marie Rupker, and it very nearly paid off for her. Just wide.
Yeah, there was definitely a space there, and she saw it, but just didn't quite execute it.
Rupker's done absolutely brilliantly there to adjust, not once but twice, and then force the error again from Ben Stowski.
Yeah, it's at this point of the game where when it starts getting a bit tight and a bit frantic is where you rely on your training and your practice, and you know the fact that Stowski isn't training full time anymore might just be a problem here now.
Once again, Rupker and Christensen find themselves going for the same shuttle. Team Derby wanting to play their AJ Bell power play there, but being informed by the umpire that they can't because MK Badminton used theirs earlier in this game. Only one can be used in the game. The sound man here at University of Derby Sports Centre's got a bit carried away. We are not playing an AJ Bell power play point at the moment. One of the more complex rules, that one, that you have to get used to, but it doesn't really matter for Team Derby because they're closing the gap here. But another error comes from Stowski.
Yeah, he handled himself pretty well in that rally, but it was a good flat cross-court lift from Rupke there, really stretching him into the round the head corner, backhand corner, but just didn't quite pull the smash off. It probably would have been a good winner if he'd have made it, but at this stage of the game, you've got to be taking those chances.
Wide it goes from Stowski, so it is match point, Christiansen and Rupke. They've got a few match points to play with here. And they take it. That's excellent from Anders Christiansen and Marie Rupke. And maybe looking further and on a wider scale than just tonight's fixture, that's a huge point in the context of their season.
Absolutely, you know, MK put their eggs in one basket really in having their two top doubles players playing together, and you know, they have to come up with a point for the team if that happens, and they've duly obliged and had a really strong performance there.
They are cut adrift at the bottom of the table at the moment, 3 points from those top 4 playoff positions. That's a point eating into that deficit, if you like, so it's a really good one for MK Badminton to take, and the way that they took it as well, responding to losing the second game by coming out and putting that out of their mind. That's an important factor in the AJ Bell NBL, isn't it? Because the games come around so quickly, forgetting about the last one, moving on to the next one as quickly as you can, really stands you in good stead. It
certainly does, and these are all experienced players, but not in this format. So the fact that they can sort of like move on and block their stuff out and really sort of put the pressure on the opposition was a real strength in that game, and certainly led to them being successful.
Next up on court tonight then, the women's doubles. Kate Robertshaw and Gail Ems of Team Derby against a new pairing of Sophie Sankey and Caroline Westley of MK Badminton. Now, Kate Robertshaw, runner-up at the Nationals at the weekend. Gail Ems, we don't even need to say anything about Gail Ems. Olympian, world champion, European medalist, all of those. And then Sophie Sankey, who comes from a badminton playing family, if you like. We saw her brother Scott earlier tonight. And Caroline Westley, who's had a bit of a torrid time of it in the second season of the AJ Bell NBL. So, on paper, you've got to fancy the home pairing.
Absolutely, two very experienced doubles players. Sophie Sankey is a very talented player in her own right, was a really strong junior player. But certainly in terms of the senior level, then you can't see that much further than the Team Derby pair here. Caroline Westley's had a couple of really tough lady singles fixtures in the last 2 outings, so we'll be hoping for a slightly better time in the when she heard she was playing ladies doubles, but probably when she saw the team sheet and saw herself playing against Gail Ems and Kate Robertshaw, was possibly wishing she was playing singles again.
Just shows you the quality of players that the AJ Bell NBL has been able to attract in this. It's only its second season, really. The quality and the, as you say there, Caroline Westley played Fontaine Chapman, who won the ladies singles title at the Nationals at the weekend, and played Yao Ji, who's got an unbelievable amount of experience on the international circuit. Not looking for a night off tonight, but hoping that maybe she would not face that kind of calibre of player.
No, and Kate played really well over the weekend, in the ladies doubles, and is really strong. And as you said, Gail has got so much experience at sort of world and Olympic level. Then clearly she's not playing full time anymore, but is still able to produce a high level of performance. So certainly the MK pair are going to be definitely up against it in this game.
We'll say it quite quietly. 37 years of age, but still the class is undeniable. So it's the women's doubles, the third event tonight. Kate Robertshaw and Gail Ems of Team Derby against Sophie Sankey and Caroline Westley of MK Badminton. That's the quality that Sophie Sankey brings to the court.
It's those sorts of rallies that the MK pair have got to be really careful that they don't just like, go for too much too soon and just try and win the point. They've got to try and work the points a little bit, which again is easier said than done against players of the quality of the Team Derby ladies.
Good disguise from Robert Shaw just to drop that one a bit shorter than Sankey could get to. Might have taken a favourable flick off the net cord as well.
Service over. 2-3.
Very rangy, isn't she, Robert Shaw? She's great to watch because she's tall and left-handed.
Yeah, and she hit the shot extremely hard as well. And you know, you'd think that the tactic there from the MK pair was to try and exploit Gail at the back of the court, but the problem is that means that Kate Robert Shaw's at the net. So unless it goes, you know, all the way past her, then she's going to be looking to intercept and cut those out and increase the amount of pressure. Not the cleanest of winners there from Sophie Sankey, but she definitely knew what she was doing there, was looking for that return from Ems and steered it into the court.
Ems, smile on her face there. Not sure she's a massive fan of running side to side across the court too much. Sure she won't mind that. They won the point though.
They're showing good pace from the back of the court again as well, so you know, there doesn't appear to be any weaknesses in the Team Derby at the moment. That you know, wherever the shuttle goes, then they're pretty much sticking it on the floor.
Breakdown in communication there to both leave that one.
7.
There's again good defence from Wesley there. Saw the bit of space down the centre of the court, as you mentioned in the mixed doubles, that just created that little bit of uncertainty about who was going to go for it. So it was a good spot.
8. Game
Serve out, so it's game point, Team Derby. Rare mistake from Gail Ems. Still got a few game points in their pocket though.
Game.
And they make the most of the second one. Game Team Derby 9-5 in the first game.
Yeah, again, Kate Robert Shaw sort of really showing a pace and a control from the back of the court, which was I think the sort of the biggest difference within that game. You know, when they can play the rallies that way around with Kate at the back and Gail just sort of looking for anything around the net, then a very formidable player.
Seconds, 15 seconds. Second game, love all, play.
Nice and clever from Sankey, that one.
Yeah, she looked like she was going to play that straight net shot and just held it for as long as she could. Drew the Derby pair in, then just pushed it to the back. A great shot.
Fine margins though, that's not far away from catching the top part of the net cord there from Wesley. Me, you, that's the call there. We've seen that, that's the second time in this match.
So good use of the centre of the court again there, Rob.
Service over. 2.
But once they force the mistake, it's about building on and getting a couple more points on the board for the MK badminton pair. That's what they've struggled to do so far.
Service over.
We've seen over the AJ Bell NBL this season and last how crucial a run of points is and the momentum is.
Okay. Service over. 3-all.
Good pace on that one from Wesley.
Yeah, got the short lift from Robert Shaw then, and did well to put it away, because the first part of the first set, then they were missing those or not taking advantage of the, you know, when they've got good control of the point.
But every single time Sankey and Wesley get a point on the board, it hits straight back from Ems and Robert Shaw.
Service over. 5-4.
Can they put 2 points together for the first time in this game? Give themselves a bit of a cushion. Yes, they can. Good time of the game to do it as well. 6-4 now.
6.
Yeah, it was almost like a Stowski-like angle there from Caroline Wesley. It was a good shot.
She just sometimes has that tendency, doesn't she, to produce a good shot in the previous rally. Just produce an error with in the next one.
Yeah, it's very small margins of error, because that was really close to being a really nice shot, but they say it hits the tape and falls back on their side, so point lost.
Hand of apology from Sankey, but she really won't mind a bit of luck like that.
5.
Clip the top of the net. 2 points away from levelling here. Let's quickly make that one with Wesley stepping in. Game point.
Yeah, nice variation on the serve there, serving out wide and looking for that straight net shot, so that was really good play.
And they let it go long. The roar goes up from the MK Badminton bench because Sankey and Wesley have levelled this women's doubles at 1-1. 9-5 they take the second game.
As you said, Rob, the difference there towards the end of that set was that they actually played a few good rallies and then were able to back it up with a couple more. So just forced, you know, that extra little bit of pressure, made the Team Derby think about it a little bit more and made a few errors.
Very much game on. Quick score update from the game that's live on Sky Sports tonight. University of Nottingham Badminton's Eric Pang came back from 1-0 down to beat Carl Baxter 3-1. So University of Nottingham Badminton leading Surrey Smashers 1-0. That's live on Sky Sports 4 at the moment.
Game, love all, play. Service over. 1 love. Service over.
Gail broke a string returning that flick serve there, so I think she was trying to run off to the side of the court to get another racket there, but Kate didn't really read it.
But the quality shines through in the very next rally for Gail Ems.
Service over. 2-all. Three, 2. Out. Service over. 3-all.
Just a bit nervy at the net in the opening exchanges of this third game. Wow, Wesley did really well in that for MK Badminton, but just that little bit of quality from Team Derby to finish it off.
4-3.
Yeah, just a point in that rally where Wesley played a drop that was just a little bit too slow. They had the advantage and then gave it back to Team Derby there, and I think that proved decisive in that point.
Gail Ems is getting a bit stampy. We've seen that from her before, and she's just a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, they're putting a bit more pressure on her now and not letting her have it all her own way. And you know, she's just coming up with a few errors, like we said before. You know, when it gets tight, then you rely on the practice and the training that you do. And if you're not training full time, then that becomes a little bit more difficult.
5-4. Okay.
Julia Mann having to
Timeout
shout
claimed
that she
by
wanted the
Team
timeout.
Derby.
I don't think her air horns are working there. So there is a 45-second timeout now called by Team Derby's
Okay, it's
Julia
timeout
Mann.
time again. Working doubly hard tonight. Come on, give her a round
As you
of applause.
say,
Come on.
In stark contrast to the
Everybody
first
up, let's
game,
get
Neil,
ready, let's
Team
get
Derby
catching,
under
let's
a lot
get-
of pressure at the moment.
Oh, it's
Yeah, absolutely. You know, MK
Moving
pair look absolutely dead and buried
around
after the
again.
first set, but you know, a few errors
Here we
from
go.
MK, from
What a
Team
great
Derby, and
catch.
some more consistent play from MK brought them back into it. And you know, they're right in this game
Two
now.
out of
If
three,
they can
we're getting
continue on
better,
this
folks.
with this momentum and sort of try and play some over-free stuff, then you know, who's to say what they can't do?
Would you believe that Toby Penty has just won the men's singles 3-0 against Loughborough Sports' Henry Herskinen? 3-0 Toby Penty. Birmingham Lions leading 2-0 against Loughborough Sport.
5-4.
Build that one down as one of the contests of the evening. University of Derby Sports Centre just feeling a bit more vocal now as Team Derby try and feel their way back into this.
Some good aggressive play from Kate Robertshaw there, and sort of had a little bit of a stare at the MK pair when she hit that winner then, so she's right up for this now.
And they just turned it up a notch after the timeout here, Ensign Robertshaw. Good execution from Wesley under pressure there, knowing that they're 2 points behind at this crucial stage.
Yeah, she did well. They hit a good line on the smash. It was just outside of Gail Ems' hitting zone there, which made the shot a lot more difficult and obviously forced the error.
Just as they'd up the intensity after the timeout, Team Derby just drop it again, a couple of errors, and it's AJ Bell power play time for MK Badminton. This is game point to Sankey and Wesley. What a way to take it from 5-7 down if they can. 2 points on offer here for the MK pair. Yeah, that's a big, big point. MK Badminton take the third game, 9-7 on the power play.
2 games to 1.
That's crucial, Neil.
Absolutely great time for MK to play that, take the power play, sorry. Really taking advantage of that little bit of pressure on Gail, and you know, again, just a couple of errors, and that's the difference in this game. You know, in this format, that this sort of momentum can turn quite quickly, and here we are at 2-1 for MK.
Who'd have thought this? 4 points in a row at the back end of the third game, including that double point AJ Bell power play.
4th game.
MK Badminton's Sophie Sankey, Caroline Wesley leading 2-1.
Love.
It's got tiebreak written all over it, this.
Love.
Building up ahead of steam, Gail M's Kate Robert-Shaw very quickly put that third game well out of their minds.
There were a clash of rackets there and a couple of damaged racket frames. So with these the rackets are generally strung so tight that, you know, when you do get a clash, then the frames are under so much pressure, then they quite often do break.
Looked like it had been in the walls, that racket. The run of 4 successive points halted by MK Badminton. Good reaction from Caroline Wesley there. That was travelling right towards her face. Incredible rally that was, the longest of the match by an absolute mile, and it goes the way of Team Derby as Gail M steps in to finish it off. You can hear what the crowd thought about that. That was brilliant entertainment.
Yeah, that's good stuff from both pairs there. You know, really sort of moving the shuttle around the court, you know, under pressure, and then really tight net shot there, meaning that the end of the rally was sort of a fairly straightforward kill, but, you know, to get to that point was some really good ladies doubles play then.
And how you follow that up with a service error. Bit of an anti-climax.
Well, it's amazing the number of times that happens, you know, with all 4 players working extremely hard, but, you know, that serve in the net is worth exactly the same as in the long rally.
Robert-Shaw responds in the best way, geeing herself up there, slamming it straight down the middle. 6-4.
Timeout. Yep.
Timeout now called by MK Badminton head coach Sarah Sankey, speaking to her daughter Sophie, her partner Caroline Wesley. Just feel that the momentum has swapped back in Team Derby's favour again here, Neil.
Yeah, they're certainly playing the more aggressive badminton at the moment. The MK pair have just got to hang in, really. If they can sort of just stay within the points and try and isolate Gail a little bit, especially at the rear of the court, then, yeah, that's where they've been taking their points. So they're still not out of this game, but like you say, certainly the momentum with Derby.
And it's a momentum that's echoed by a big crowd here tonight. Straight out of the MK timeout, Team Derby get the point, 7-4. Out it goes. Worth noting that Team Derby could have used their AJ Bell power play, but have decided not to, saving it for the tie-break that is very, very imminent. Gail Ends finishes it off 9-4. They take the 4th game. We're going to a tie-break for the first time tonight.
That was quite emphatic there, and if you notice there, as Kate Robert-Shaw went past the power play shuttle, she grabbed it straight away, so looks like they may well be starting this tie-break with a power play.
It's crucial in games that are first to 9 points, but this tie-break, remember, first to lead by 3 clear points or first to reach 5 points, whichever comes first, so it can be won 5-4 on the very last point of the event. And it is the AJ Bell power play that Team Derby will serve with. 2 points this is worth. Gail M's looking around waiting for the waiting for the dramatic music and the tense heartbeat that we like. But it's not paid off. Big point for MK Badminton. It's only worth 1, but it stops them conceding 2 in this tiebreak. A few more twists in this one yet. Robertson puts it straight down. 1-1, quick as that.
Yeah, not a great flick serve raid to Kate Robertshaw there. She was able to use her power from the back of the court for a clean winner.
Cross court and well wide from Sankey. Team Derby into the lead in the tiebreak. Great rally, and it goes the way of MK Badminton. It's 2-2 now. It's a straight race to 5 points.
Yeah, good play from Wesley there. Sort of isolated Gail towards the back of the court, and then when she got the opportunity, kept that smash going down, cutting it across the body to make it as difficult as possible. Really good play.
Team Derby back in front.
Again, really good drop to the middle. Created that little bit of confusion about which of the MK ladies was going to take it. Forced the error.
Once again, followed up by a service error. 3-3. This is tense. Both benches are on their feet at the moment as Sankey nets, handing match point to Gail Enns and Kate Robertshaw. No, once again, say the MK Badminton pair. 4-4, match point to both teams. This is the drama of the AJ Bell National Badminton League. 4 each in the tiebreak. And it just drops over the net. Sophie Sankey, what a bit of luck and what a way to finish it off. It was going to take a tiny, tiny margin to separate them, but MK Badminton have won that women's double. That was fantastic.
I think a fitting end, really, that went all the way to the wire, 4-all in the tie-break. Just unfortunate for Team Derby that they finished on the net court, but absolutely MK will take that every day of the week.
I hesitated for just a second, just so I could be 100% sure which side of the net that had dropped over. That's a brilliant performance from Sophie Sankey and Caroline Wesley.
Yeah, after the first set, when Ems and Robertshaw were so dominant and MK weren't anywhere near, so absolutely full credit to the ladies there for sticking in, playing, executing their game plan, and then just a little bit of luck on the end, and then they've come out worthy winners.
It's another big point on the board for MK Badminton, because although we're only into the 4th event of the night now, the women's singles, which is next up on court, if you are just joining us, the men's doubles tonight, which is 5th on court, will still be played, but it has been handed as a walkover victory to Team Derby because MK Badminton are having to field Anders Christiansen, who's already played tonight, and that's against the NBL rules. So the winner of the women's singles now is the winner of the fixture overall tonight. Who'd have thought that at the start of the night, that Eleanor O'Donnell of Team Derby against Clara Neistat of MK Badminton would be the decider?
Absolutely, it puts a lot of pressure on Eleanor O'Donnell's shoulders here, being the home team player, making a debut. She's still a very, very young player indeed. I've seen her over the last few years representing the Scottish junior team, but she's a step up now representing Team Derby.
It does indeed. 18 years of age, Eleanor O'Donnell. friendly sign for Team Derby this month. The atmosphere has just been cranked up a bit here at the University of Derby Sports Centre as well, which will add to the pressure on O'Donnell. As we say, she is the home player, but it is her AJ Bell NBL debut, and the crowd here are really, really getting into this. What about Clara Nystad then? We've seen her a few times now in the AJ Bell NBL. Not particularly successful in the women's doubles with Marie Roepke. Now is charged with the singles mantle for MK Badminton.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the level of the singles. You know, on the international circuit, she does play ladies and mixed doubles. So it'll be interesting to see how she fares as a singles player. Obviously, you know, she's a young player, so would have been playing singles as a junior. So we'll be sort of well averse to playing a decent level of singles.
Not to add any pressure onto Clara Nystad, but MK Badminton are yet to win a women's singles event in the entire history of the AJ Bell NBL, last season and this. And if she does break that unwanted bit of history tonight, then she will also give MK Badminton the overall victory in this fixture, which we didn't really think possible before the night started with the injury worries that they've had.
Absolutely. It's I think on paper then it's going to be a really hard one to call, because neither of these two ladies are renowned for their singles, but will probably be able to play a decent level.
A bit of quality early on for Clara Nystad to get the first point on the board. Tried a similar shot, couldn't execute this time.
Eleanor looks quite cool and calm, considering it's the first game, and pretty much the fate of the game lies on this the outcome of this match.
She does. She's got a steely look about her. Big arena to play in this at 18.
Service over. 2-all.
Yeah, it's going to be about who can sort of put the pressure on first, really, and who can play the highest intensity.
I feel like if O'Donnell plays a couple of good points or puts a couple of runs together, the crowd will really get behind her as well.
Yeah, and I think that'll do well for her confidence too. You know, that she's, like we say, she's very young and inexperienced at this sort of level.
Makes the wrong decision to let that one drop this time. Bit tight early on, 3-3.
Of errors from O'Donnell there. She just needs to make sure that she's nice and safe and doesn't let this game get away quickly.
Just kept the rally a bit longer there, O'Donnell.
Good deception from Clara Nystad there. Held the net shot just long enough to bring O'Donnell in towards the net and then just pushed it over her head for a clean winner. Really nice.
Clara Nystad just opening up a bit of a gap here at 7-4. The wrong side of the line though for Nystad. O'Donnell just keeping herself in there. That's a great shot as well. reaching for it. Did well to get that kind of angle on that.
Yeah, it's good control there. That, like you say, that extreme reach to sort of keep the shuttle in court from that position was really takes some doing.
Long it goes from Nystad, level at 7-7. 3 points in a row for young Eleanor O'Donnell.
Just get the feeling that whoever takes his first set is going to have a massive advantage.
That's time that the Derby roar has been heard, because Eleanor O'Donnell has game point here.
Game point 7.
But long it goes, so we are going right down to the wire in the first game, and a game, as you say, that could be so crucial in the overall outcome of this event. 8-8, game point to both players. Nystad goes wide with the cross court, so Eleanor O'Donnell takes the first game, 9-8. What a way to settle your nerves.
Yeah, it's a really good start for O'Donnell there. Well, hopefully that'll settle her down a little bit. Nystad there sort of felt the pressure. It wasn't really there to go for that, that big. So she'll be a bit disappointed to lose out on that last set, on that last rally rather. And we're looking for a good start in this second set.
Clara Nystad just taking a few words of encouragement from Anders Christiansen, who has joined Sarah Sankey on the coaching bench. Really got to put the first game out of her mind quickly now.
Yeah, it's good first point from Nystad. Good control of the rally, maintain that throughout, and then force the error from O'Donnell. So she'll be happy with that start.
Service over. 1-2. Service over. 3-1.
And both ladies looking still pretty cool. They're considering the match standing and in this particular event as well. They're both sort of playing some good badminton, some nice winners, keeping good composure.
2-3.
Don't read a lot from their facial expressions either. They're both looking very steely at the moment. Both had to work very hard for that point, but Nystad regained control of it.
Service over.
Yeah, there's
4-2.
some really good defensive shots there. Both got themselves out of trouble on a couple of occasions. So, covered the court very well, and you can see that they're really trying to outmaneuver each other and really sort of push each other wide and then hit into the open spaces.
Nystad in charge at the moment, though. 5-2 she leads.
Well, O'Donnell's shown some good maturity here for such a young player. You know, she's not letting Nistad get away from her and is really battling on here.
Service over. 6-3.
Hesitancy from the line judge, but called it out in the end. There's Nistad at 7-3. Remember, she led 7-4 in the first game and lost it. She able to close this one out. She's given herself plenty of game points with which to do so. Surely O'Donnell can't come back again. Well, why not? A couple of good shots there from the youngster.
Well, all O'Donnell's got to do is to make Nistad win it. You know, he's just got to play, you know, not give her anything too straightforward, and you know, make her earn the set.
Eventually, the mistake comes from O'Donnell, so Nistad takes the second game 9-5, and this time makes sure that her lead is transferred into a game on the board. We're at 1-1 here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Quite often when you go on and coach, you know, players that have just lost the first set, then, you know, advice can quite often be that the opposition's level will probably dip a little bit at the start of the second. You know, and in this shortened format, then that can be for the whole game. So, you know, that, you know, Clara Nistad just brought that out really. The fact that she made a really good start, a fast start, got control of the game, and then O'Donnell was always up against it. She almost pulled it off by coming back, but certainly that level of momentum was maintained by Nistad.
One game each now, though, and both players have got to put them out of their minds. They don't really count. It's a best of 3 shootout now, if you like.
Yeah, Nistad used the double skills there, so played a nice push into the rear corner, and then good net play, as you would do in mix there, just to win the point.
Service over. 2-1. Service over. 2-1.
So the umpire just like tipping the shuttles. When the shuttles were tested earlier, they must have been a little bit quick. So just by tipping the feathers outwards, then just slow the shuttle down a fraction. But still not slow enough to prevent from Nistad hitting the serve out the back of the court, though.
Yeah, she's changed the shuttle a couple of times in this game. This time it's O'Donnell who puts too much on it. Nistad inches back in front.
Yeah, that's good length into the backhand corner of O'Donnell there. Makes it really difficult to get that shuttle sort of tight to the net, and even if it had gone over, then Nistad was covering it well, so good pressure.
Just showing her quality here, Clara Nistad, so much so that the timeout is called by Team Derby head coach Julia Mann, with Eleanor O'Donnell trailing 3-6 in the third game. Is it just a case of trying to impart a bit of Julia Mann's wisdom on the 18-year-old here?
Yeah, I mean, it's great for Eleanor to want to get experience of playing in this sort of environment, but also to work with someone like Julia, who is a world-class ladies singles player herself. So the advice that should be given her will be, will be sort of well taken on board, and hopefully will give her a chance to get herself back into the set.
Just an update from the other game that's being streamed live tonight for you, Loughborough Sport versus Birmingham Lions. Loughborough Sport are back in it. They trail 2-1 now after Lauren Smith and Jenny Woolwork won the women's doubles. So 2-1 then to Loughborough Sport. Sorry, 2-1 to Birmingham Lions. First point out of the timeout, I always feel is quite a crucial one, especially if your team have called it. That's exactly what Eleanor O'Donnell's got there. Both line judges called into question, both calling it in. Clara Nistad now 8-4, game point to take the lead in this event.
Yeah, it's the second time she's played that flat clear into O'Donnell's backhand corner, and the second time that O'Donnell's played the drop into the net. But responds well with a forehand from the same corner there for a winner, so I think that's the answer to it. And she's got to get to a forehand on that side, and then she can still play off it.
O'Donnell can't threaten the comeback this time, though. 9-5, Clara Nistad, back-to-back games for the Swede. She leads 2-1 and is one game away from giving MK Badminton their first ever women's singles victory.
Yeah, that was a little bit more control from Nistad there. But she looks like her confidence is high, and she's, she knows what she's doing to win this game now.
Update for you from University of Nottingham versus Surrey Smashers. Yao Ji has won the women's singles, so University of Nottingham Badminton 2-0 up against Surrey Smashers. That's live at the moment on Sky Sports 4. Can Eleanor O'Donnell find her way back into this one? Clara Nistad taking the AJ Bell power play early, which means that Eleanor O'Donnell can't make use of it in this game. So tactical from Nistad. Worth 2 points to her here. And she takes those 2 points, does she? It looked like O'Donnell had missed it, but she did, and it went through.
Yeah, I think she pushed it. Yeah, she pushed it out the back there. We said previously that the power play shots do fly a little bit quicker, so just a little bit more care needed when killing them on the net, because they do have a tendency to fly a little bit further.
And Nistad just converts one of the two objectives of her AJ Bell power play there. O'Donnell still can't use hers in this game, but she does lead.
Service over, 2-all.
Just a bit of emotion creeping into Clara Nistad here with the error, and a bit of a reaction there for the first time, really.
Yeah, she had a chance there, though, to take that point. It was a relatively straightforward smash, but just got her angles wrong and pushed it wide, so a real let-off for O'Donnell there and kept her in this set.
Do you think Anders Christiansen's seen that Nystad's had her first real big reaction and just wants to go in there and try and refocus her?
Yeah, maybe, because what MK don't want is for this to go to a tiebreak, because obviously that becomes a bit more of a lottery. So it's really important if MK are going to take a ladies singles for the first time, then that Clara Nystad does it in 4 if she can.
We wouldn't mind a tiebreak though, would we? That'd be very exciting. As it stands, Eleanor O'Donnell on her AJ Bell NBL debut. Trails 1-2 in games, but leads 3-2 here in the 4th.
Again, MK winning the first point after the timeout there, so good advice from Anders Christensen there.
I'm sure he'll claim it was good advice anyway, but Nystad nets. Derby are fancying a tie-break here. But for every mistake that she puts in, Clara Nystad, she follows it up with a quality shot.
Yeah, just the pressure on O'Donnell, and she does start dropping the clears a little bit shorter, and that just gives Nystad a chance to attack. And off a slightly short clear, then Nystad was quite powerful from there.
Excellent response though from Eleanor O'Donnell. Some shots coming right out of the top drawer here. Cross court from Nystad, 5-5. It's you play one, I'll play one better. Out it goes from Clara Nystad, 6-5, O'Donnell back in front again. It's another reaction from Nystad, who's not particularly pleased with herself. It's a 2-point cushion for O'Donnell.
It just feels like she's panicking a little bit and trying to win the points a little bit too soon, which is playing right into Eleanor O'Donnell's hands there.
Now the magnitude of what could have been a great victory for Clara Nystad is clearly getting to her. It's 8-5, Eleanor O'Donnell. It's game point to force a tie break. And she nets. 9-5, O'Donnell takes it. Sections of the crowd here on their feet, roaring the 18-year-old Scot on. It's 2-2, and it's a tie-break, and Eleanor O'Donnell still has her AJ Bell power play as well.
Yeah, hats off to O'Donnell there. So good maturity, as we said before, that for such a young player who's not renowned, especially for her singles, but she's playing an incredible level here, and was under a lot of pressure. It would have been quite easy for her to fold under that pressure, but has stood up for herself, and here we are in a tie-break.
Here we are in a tie-break. Eleanor O'Donnell goes straight over to the AJ Bell power play podium, picks up that pink tip shuttle. This is a huge point here. This to give her a 2-point lead in this tiebreaker. Remember, first to lead by 3 clear points, or first to reach 5, whichever comes first. Clara Nystad finishes it off. Means that O'Donnell doesn't make use of her power play.
Throws the power play shuttle away in disgust there. I think that was a big opportunity for her that she's missed there. She needs to forget about that though and concentrate on this point.
Yeah, forget about that point. She does, Eleanor O'Donnell. That's brilliant. Great composure. It's 1-1. fine margins that we've continued to talk about. Good idea from O'Donnell. Just missed it. Same side, similar shot, same outcome. It's match point, Clara Nystad.
Yeah, really good length from Nystad there. Had control of that point, had O'Donnell hitting the shot behind her in both corners, so really forced that error then.
But Nystad not able to finish it off just yet. Quality again, though, from Nystad. It's another match point. Can she finally finish this off, Clara Nystad? Well, O'Donnell had celebrated. She had a clenched fist, but Nystad's shuttle clipped the top of the net and just dropped the right side from her point of view, and that is a huge win for Clara Nystad. It's the first ever victory in a women's singles event for MK Badminton. It also gives them a 3-2 win here tonight.
Amazing, second time in a row in a tie break. MK Badminton take the game with a net cord. I mean, credit to Eleanor O'Donnell. I think the last two times that we've been here, Rob, we've seen great performances by young Derby lady singles players, with Grace King winning on her debut and Eleanor O'Donnell coming so close to taking the same. But unfortunately for her, unfortunately for MK Badminton, Clara Nystad has taken that first lady singles win.
It's a big win in the history of the franchise MK Badminton, but also rooted to the bottom of the table without a match night victory before tonight. They've won this fixture 3-2 because the men's doubles that's coming up is a walkover in favour of Team Derby. I'll bring you the reason for that in a moment if you are just joining us. But MK Badminton at this stage of the season, on the penultimate match night, what a crucial victory overall this could be.
Well, it's given them half a chance, doesn't it? Like you say, rooted to the bottom. They needed some points. You know, chatting to the team boss Jürgen before the game, he was a bit dispirited because of the late withdrawals in his team, and you know, to come out from this match night with 3-2 victory is beyond his wildest dreams, I would imagine.
Yeah, you've always got to come into a match believing that you've got a chance of winning, but it was certainly not as high-spirited MK Badminton team as we've come to expect throughout the AJ Bell NBL. So this victory will feel even sweeter for them because the majority have written them off, really. When we first saw the running order, we saw the injury dropouts. It looked for all the world as if Team Derby's home form was going to be recaptured.
Yeah, and again, it's just credit to this particular format that you know, all of these fixtures are always open. You know, everything's to play for all the time. And, you know, MK have just proven that tonight.
Final event to bring you from this fixture then is the men's doubles. Andy Ellis and Chris Coles of Team Derby against Sean Vendy and Anders Christensen of MK Badminton. Now, as we said, we are still going to bring you this live on the stream tonight, although the result is a 9-love walkover in favour of Team Derby. Because MK Badminton did not have enough players to field in this men's doubles. Anders Christensen played earlier in the mixed doubles. Great win alongside Marie Rupke. He's very sportingly agreed to play again for us here, just to give the entertainment to the crowd and to us as well. But it is Team Derby who have already got the walkover victory here. But it'll be a great way to round off what's been a very exciting night here.
Absolutely, the men's doubles is normally placed last in on the match night because of the level of excitement that you generally get from these sort of games. I think with MK having taken the match night 3-2, then you know that's probably added a little bit more enthusiasm and more bounce to the MK pair. The fact that they're still, even though the outcome of the game in terms of the overall match is a walkover, but they still feel that they've got plenty to play for to put on the show.
Yes, they do indeed. So it's the 5th and final event on match night 5 here at the University of Derby Sports Centre. The men's doubles, Andy Ellis and Chris Coles against Sean Vendy and Anders Christiansen. Peter Mills, a very late dropout with injury for MK Badminton. Around about midday today, it was announced that he was going to be unable to participate. Too late for MK Badminton to bring anybody else in.
Yeah, this could be an interesting game. You know, Chris and Andy got to the semi-finals of the English Nationals at the weekend. You know, losing in 3 close games to the eventual winners. So again, playing an extremely high level of men's doubles, and be interesting to see how Sean Vendy, as the young up-and-coming doubles player, can handle that pace.
Yes, come on.
One down.
That's really sharp from Andy Ellis at the net there. Really tight serve, and was looking for any sort of return close to the net, and played a kill straight off it. So that's really tough skill to execute.
Not quite as quick with that one. Came at him pretty sharpish.
It's probably a better return from Vendy.
Good start this from the home pairing.
Yeah, nice angle from Andy Ellis there. I mean, again, up till fairly recently, Andy was in the GB team, training full time in Milton Keynes. Has taken the decision very recently to stop playing full time and to concentrate on his further career outside of badminton. But he said, I was speaking to him at the weekend at the Nationals, and he's still training every day, even though he's not officially training every day, and he's still able to play at extremely high level.
I think we're happy with this shuttle now.
It's funny, Andy Ellis just made some comment towards Anders Christensen that he was the old man on the court, so whether that will spice things up a little bit, maybe.
Well, they're both, how shall we put it nicely, follically challenged, possibly. Is that the nicest way to put it?
I think it is, but that was a really good angle there from Andy Ellis on his smash there. These guys' defences are so good, then just smacking the shuttle as hard as you can isn't good enough these days. Then you have to be looking for placement, with that pace as well, which was great stuff from Ellis there. And every time I say something like that, then he proves me wrong on the next shot and just drags it wide a little bit. But again, you could see what he was trying to do, not just hitting the shuttle straight at the defence, looking for that space.
Sean Vendy, disbelieving look on his face as it's game point Team Derby. Christensen, the old man, doing a bit of agile backpedaling there to leave that one. Vendy needed 3 goes at it. Tight at the net, but polished it off. They've saved a couple of game points.
Yeah, considering the last one he had there was a a bad miss, so he was absolutely desperate to make sure he made that one then.
Well, then the service error hands the game eventually to Team Derby. So Andy Ellis and Chris Coles take it 9-7. They lead by 1 game to 0.
Yeah, I think Team Derby's attack was slightly better than MK Badminton's defence there, so I think the outcome was about right. I think 9-7 in that first set, so it all to play for in the rest of the game though. Is got a good start from Derby.
Come on.
A couple of Team Derby errors have just got let MK into the back into this there. That a couple of ones into the net from Chris Coles. He just needs to up his level a little bit now.
He's looking at the floor there.
3-2.
Chris Coles, I don't know whether he lost his footing slightly. Christensen is looking and looking and looking to try and make eye contact with Andy Ellis there, as if to say, oh, who's the old man?
Yeah, that was really good variation from Christensen there. He'd been hitting everything pretty much hard and then just cut across the feathers and brought the shuttle down a little bit steeper, a little bit less pace on it for a clean winner. Sean Vendy was going for a similar type of shot with a bit more angle on it and just forced the error, but again, as I said before, it's not good enough these days just to keep hitting the shuttle hard. You need to have that variation, but it's got to be under control and within a game plan.
Come on!
5-3. Service over. 4-5.
And the net court's definitely on going Team Derby's way at the moment. That shuttle looked like it was going to go over there off the net cord, but then just dropped back on Team Derby's side for an MK point. Followed up very quickly by another one. It looked like it was going to go over, but again just drops back Team Derby side, and MK right back in the set.
MK have won 2 tie breaks this evening on net cords. It's not going for you. It's not going for you. Andy Ellis and Chris Coles looking to make sure that they're not a deciding factor in this.
I think certainly when Team Derby are instigating the pace and the power and the rallies, and they're generally coming out on top, providing that, that they don't sort of make any daft errors. But you know, with the level of pressure and we've said quite a lot tonight, the margin for error being so small, then you know these things do happen.
Another one of those net cords that doesn't particularly like Team Derby. Trying to improvise there, but couldn't. 7-6, Team Derby just back in front.
7-6. Essentially.
Oh, Andy Ellis came over and just had a quick word with Julia Mann on the coaching bench, who has gone back over towards the Derby bench. We'll keep our eye on what's going on there.
Yes.
Again, when Team Derby are hitting with pace and power, then they're certainly in control of the rallies. It looks like possibly Ollie Baksala might be starting to warm up, whether Andy Ellis has got a bit of a problem.
Yeah, as we say, Andy Ellis and Chris Coles have just won the second game 9-6, so they go 2 games to love in front. But Andy Ellis came over, had a quick word in Julia Mann's ear. Julia Mann went straight over to the Team Derby bench and said to Ollie Baksala, get yourself warmed up. Seems to be jogging up and down on the spot here. Whether Andy Ellis has got an issue and won't be able to play this third game, we'll wait and see. Substitutions are a feature of the AJ Bell NBL. Whereas in most traditional formats of the game, you'd forfeit the contest.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to continue at the moment. It doesn't look too happy. You just saw him rolling his ankle a little bit, whether he's got a bit of an ankle problem or it's continuing for the time being.
A little bit higher than the drive.
A few more words being exchanged on court there. Anders Christiansen asking if there's new rules. Has he got a bit of an issue with the service technique, has he? Is that what he was complaining about?
Yeah, it looked okay to me, and certainly the servicers didn't call it, but yeah, the flick serves do go quite quickly, so quite often you might get away with one, but then should be certainly looking at the next time he does a flick a little bit more closely.
Christiansen is getting just a bit wound up out there. Apologies if you caught some of the language. Very passionate man.
With a good command of the English language as well, by all accounts.
3-2.
We've just seen a few more errors from Vendy in this match so far than we have done in the last couple of match nights. He's been one of the standout players in the previous games, but just seems to be struggling a little bit tonight.
AJ Bell power play called by Andy Ellis and Chris Coles. They are firmly in the driving seat at the moment. 2 games to the good. This worth 2 points to Team Derby if they can win this rally. And yes, they can. Another error from Sean Vendy opens up a big gap now. 5-2 Coles and Ellis lead. More importantly, MK Badminton can't use their AJ Bell power play now. So it's a long way back for them. Another error from Vendy. He's gifted Derby a few points in this game. Getting nice and vocal on the Team Derby side there, and the crowd sort of echoing that as well. 2 points away from victory.
Yeah, again, sort of the pattern of, when Team Derby are attacking, then their attack seems to be a little bit more potent than the MK defence can handle. So, when the rallies go that way around, then there's generally only one outcome.
It's a bit better from Vendy. Very powerful young man and likes to show it when he can.
The net cord goes MK's way.
You do surprise me. Nicely finished by Chris Coles. A great way to set up match point. They've won this by virtue of a walkover anyway, but they'd like to win it on court too. Can't quite do so at the first time of asking.
6-8.
It's good from Andy Ellis. So Team Derby finish off match night 5 with a victory in the men's doubles. 9-6, they take the third game. They take it by 3 games to love. But the winners overall here in this fixture tonight are MK Badminton 0. A tremendous display of spirit from a massively depleted MK Badminton squad to win 2 events on tie breaks and get their first fixture victory of the season at this crucial stage. We have witnessed some incredible heart and passion tonight.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that Team Derby won the men's doubles in the end, just for the fixture itself, because it would have been a shame for MK to win and to have to hand the point to Team Derby. So So I think on balance, and that works quite well. But what an amazing performance from MK Badminton there. That, you know, like you say, just to be successful in this fixture. That you know, when everything seemed doomed before we started. So really good performance.
It was indeed. A reminder, we have still got one more match night in the regular season of the AJ Bell NBL to come for you. Match night 6, Monday the 21st of March. All 6 teams in action on the same night again, as the race for a top 4 finish and a place in the finals comes to a thrilling conclusion. MK Badminton at home to Loughborough Sport, University of Nottingham at home to Team Derby, and Birmingham Lions hosting Surrey Smashers, and it will go right down to the wire for a place in the top 4 and a place in the semi-finals on finals day on May the 8th. It's a gift that keeps on giving, the AJ Bell NBL, Neil.
Absolutely. As I say, with the format as it is, it stays alive till the end of the 6 regular season match nights. So, you know, everything's still to play for in this season.
It is indeed. We'll bring you live stream commentary from 2 of those fixtures. One of them live on Sky Sports 4 as well. Monday the 21st of March for that one. In the meantime, stay in touch with us online. At @NBL_official is our Twitter handle. Use the hashtag AJBellNBL. nationalbadmintonleague.co.uk is the website for ticketing information and lots of post-match night reaction on there as well if you want to see that. If you're a UK viewer, you can see this stream and the stream of Loughborough Sport versus Birmingham Lions from Wednesday the 10th of February at 5 p.m. onwards. That will be available for you on demand from the National Badminton League website. But we've witnessed some brilliance tonight from MK Badminton. They've beaten Team Derby on their home patch by 3 events to 2. From myself, Rob Hayes, and Neil Cottrell, a very good evening to you.